Hello, this is a bumper series. In the month of November, we will be taking the topic titled Goal Setting. Goal setting is something everyone needs to pay attention to. Goal setting is a topic that we all need, especially at this end part of the year, so that you can begin the next of your year with so much excitement, with so much plannings, with so much enthusiasm. What is goal setting? Goal setting is a process that starts with careful consideration of what you want to achieve. A process that starts with careful consideration of what you want to achieve and ends with a lot of hard work to actually do it. In between, there are some very well defined steps that transcend the specifics of each goal. Knowing these steps will allow you to formulate goals that you can accomplish. Many people set goals that is not achievable, is not realistic, is not specific, something they cannot in their lifetime achieve. Not because those things cannot be achieved, but because they do not have something in mind, which I will be talking about. When preparing goals, be specific and realistic about your desires. Yes, I know some of us have very robust desires in life. You want to be the richest man in the world, you want to be the fastest runner, you want to be this, you want to be that. That's fantastic. But when preparing your goals, you must have these two things in mind. One, be specific. Two, be realistic about those desires of yours. For example, instead of saying you simply want to increase revenues, a good goal would state that you want to increase revenues by 10%. As an example, you could state that you want to increase revenues by 10% by the end of the first quarter. Okay, instead of you saying that you want to read plenty of books in 2022, a good goal will put it this way: I want to read 12 books next year, just one book every month. And I can tell you that you will beat that man or woman who wants to read plenty of books, and at the end of 2022, he will find out that he didn't read any book at all. So, what do? Set realistic and specific goals. Be specific and be realistic. Then, while making these studies, I came across a 7 steps for effective goal setting as recommended by Dale Carnegie. You remember Dale Carnegie? We have read his book, How to Start Living and Stop Worrying. Start Living and Stop Worrying was a book that we will recommend to anyone any day. So they have set out 7 steps for effective goal setting. As a new year quickly approaches, it is important to live intentionally and make the most of it. One way to do that is by setting goals. That was actually why I thought taking in the month of November on goal settings will be very ideal, so that you can use December or beginning from this November to set your goals and see how much you can achieve with it. Last year, we set a goal that we are going to read at least 12 books this month. I can assure to you we have read about, by the end of next month, we would have read about 14 books just this year. And we started this vision on the 1st of October 2019. And right now we have read this particular book we're about to read now is the 39th book that we will be reading. That's what is called to set specific goals. That what we do is just read one book every month. One book every month. That will be okay, and we have been able to achieve it beyond it. We have gone far beyond it. Sometimes last month we read two books, and that's the way we have gone. Goals give clear directions and help to focus on achieving the things that are most important to you. So sorry. In your life. People that do not set goals for themselves are like leaves that move in whatever direction the wind blows. If you are not a goal setting person, you are simply like a leaf that the wind blows to whichever direction it desires. Remember also this quote: if you don't know where you are going, then any road will lead you there. If you don't know where you are going, and the truth is that if you don't know where you are going, anywhere you get to could be where you are going, because there is no goal in mind. You have set no goals, then you will achieve no goals. Many people create goals for themselves, and within a few months, they have given up on or forgotten about their goal. An example is when people make a New Year resolutions to get healthier or lose weight or read books or become richer or become bigger or become whatever it is they want to be. On the surface, they are good goals. These goals are something that will help the person and should be a priority. Every goal should be able to help you become better than you used to be. Any goal and every goal should be able to make you a better version of yourself. So this should be noted. But if the person is not committed to a quantifiable goal that has a plan of action, it is an exercise in futility. Don't just set goals that are not specific. Don't just set goals that are not realistic. Consider being specific and realistic in setting your goals, and I tell you, you will achieve it and beat it far beyond it. So, these are the 7 steps for effective goal setting. Number one, pinpoint what is important in your life. Goals must have a benefit for you in order to stay committed to them. Take time to examine your life and determine the areas that are most important for you to become the type of person you want to be. For me, reading books is very is a top priority for me. And that is why I give more attention to reading books and encouraging people to read books. And I believe that if people read books, their vision, their goals in life, their desires in life will arrive in the version they desired it. Number two, set a goal and write it down. Many of us set goals and we don't write them down. And just give you 2 3 weeks, you won't even remember what your goals look like. So when you set goals, endeavor to write them down. Once you have examined your life, set goals in the most important areas that you want to grow or enhance. Is it becoming more involved in a charity or getting a business off the ground? It may be something totally different. And that is okay as long as it has meaning and importance to you. The key to set a goal in an area of importance to you and write it down in clear and concise words, probably in a way you can always see it. Paste it, maybe in your room, maybe on your wardrobe, maybe on your drawer, in a place you can easily see them on daily basis. So it should be quantifiable. For example, taking a position as a volunteer in a charity that requires you to commit to working 1 day a week or acquiring 8 customers for your new business within 3 months. So, these goals, like I said initially, must be specific, must be realistic, must be quantifiable. Okay, I want to read between now and the end of December, I want to read 2 books. Fine. You can even read 4. Okay? Set it, write it down. Ask yourself, which kind of books can I read? Okay, I want to increase my revenue. All the sales I make every month is $1,000, $100, 50,000 naira. That's the profit I make. These remaining 2 months, I want to make profit of nothing less than 200,000. And how do I do it? By reaching out to more customers, by getting 8 or 10 or 15 new customers in these 2 months, November and December. And that is specific. That could be realistic if you pursue it. Number 3, identify obstacles. Many people do not see obstacles on their way of success, and it makes it difficult. When it comes, they give up on them. So, identify obstacles. Any goal is going to have obstacles. Any goals, as long as it's something you want to achieve, there will be obstacles, there will be discouragements. People will leave you alone. Some people will want to discourage you. These are obstacles that could come your way. So, first and foremost, understand that there will be obstacles. Or also, it will not really be something worth working towards. Identify the challenges that may come up or stand in the way of you accomplishing your goal. So know that there are obstacles, identify those obstacles, and find a way to overcome it. Number 4, make a plan. Don't just stop at writing down the goals. Make a plan. Make a concrete plan. Okay, what could be your plan? If you want to read 2 books in this remaining 2 months of the year, okay, what are the books you want to read? It's part of the plan. And also ask yourself, what are the chapters in this book? If this book is 10 chapters, how do I go about it? Okay, let me read 1 chapter a day, or let me read half chapter a day, so that in 20 days I would have completed it. But the basics is that you could take 1 chapter a day, and that is part of your plan. And if you're going to take 1 chapter a day, what time of the day do you read? Is it in the morning? How long do you spend reading 1 chapter? 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 1 hour? Ask yourself, can you spare 1 hour of your time to read a book? If you can, note it down and time yourself and ensure that you get to work. Now that you have a clear goal in mind, create a plan to give you a step-by-step map to accomplishing your goal. Keep the obstacles you identified in mind so that you can incorporate steps to overcome those obstacles if they occur. Number 5, set a timeline. Don't just leave your vision, your goal open-ended. Set a timeline. Sorry. Set a timeline. Tell yourself that this is going to happen in 5 days. This is going to happen in 10 days. This particular goal is going to take place for 3 days or in the next 2 weeks. Set a timeline. Not just say, okay, I'm going to achieve this and you leave it at that. No. Set a timeline. Break down the timeline. If I'm going to do it in 1 week, am I going to be doing it every day or twice daily? And how many minutes will I commit to this? If I'm going to do it twice daily, maybe in the morning and in the night. These are timeline that you must set. Goals should have a timeline with a start and stop date. There must be a start and a stop date. Setting a stop date will help you to stay motivated in accomplishing the goal. This helps to ensure that they are given importance and priority in your vision of what you want to accomplish. Number 6, commit and block time. Commit and block time. With your goal in place and plan to achieve it, act. It is imperative that you take action if you want to achieve your goals. Make sure you are consistently working toward your goal. This may be only 15 minutes a day or once a week. 15 minutes a day or once a week. Whatever it is, make sure you block the time on your calendar and treat it as an important event that you will not miss. So, commit and block time. Tell yourself, I'm going to achieve this in 2 weeks. I'm going to achieve this in 3 weeks. Okay, what do I do? It will be 3 times every week. It will be once every week. And if it is once, how many minutes will I commit to it? How many hours will I commit to it? And that is the way you will see that you'll be committed to your vision. Can you imagine? Many people join our platform and they say, okay, I want to join this people and read this book. They just read 1 or 2 chapters and they drop. Why? Because they have not considered this process in mind. They have not at all considered this process of goal setting and achieving your goals. Number 7, get an accountability partner. Getting an accountability partner is very basic. Somebody that can check up on you, somebody that you both can check up on each other and tell yourself, okay, please ensure you do this and do this. Yesterday I was reading up something. How do I remember? And okay, John C. Maxwell. I was reading one of his books yesterday. He said that his father, one of the ways that his father was able to master his English was to tell him and his elder brother to check up on his grammar. He says, please, if you find me speaking wrong English, just pinpoint it and I'll pay you a set XYZ money. And they were checking up. Anytime they catches their father speak wrong English, he pays them a certain amount of money. That's his own 2 sons. So let somebody check up on you. Don't just say, okay, that's why people say, okay, I can read on my own. And at the end of the day, they don't go far. Or at the end of the day, they just read within 3 months. And in the next 7 months of the year, they do not read. It's not the best way to do it. Whatever you want to achieve, let there be an accountability partner, somebody that can check up on you, somebody you can check up on, somebody you can. What are we doing in the platform? We are all accountability partners of each other. I check up on you. There are some of you that are far bigger than me. But yes, I've become your accountability partner. You have become mine. I check up on you. You check up on me. And when we read, we submit in the platform, we are making it easy so that you know that if this person can do it, I can do it. Just like every professional athlete has a coach, most successful people have coaches or someone that holds them accountable to the goals they set. Somebody must hold you accountable. Don't just set goals and run it alone. It could be your wife, it could be your children, it could be a friend, it could be anyone that could be committed to your goal. Ensure you have an accountability partner if you truly want to achieve your goal. Think about who you have in your life that you could trust to hold you accountable to your goals. This